My name's Lisa. I am the campus organizing director with NextGen New Hampshire, part of NextGen Rising. I'm here at our Manchester office opening because we are excited to launch our youth vote program, where we're working to have the highest millennial youth vote turnout in the 2018 midterm elections, which includes our governor seats, our state senate, our congressional seats, and our state house seats, especially where we're trying to have our progressive voices heard through voting in the fall elections and flipping our state house. And this is Lexi, our Manchester organizer.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I live in Manchester. I'm the Manchester organizer for NextGen New Hampshire, and my goals are the same as Lisa's. I'm also focused on getting out the youth vote. Specifically, I'm working in the Manchester area, and when school is back in session, I'll be working with all the community colleges in the area, St. Anselm's College, and just all the young people that we can get together to, like I said, flip all the seats we can, and including the governor's race near the midterms.
Yeah, and so on the ground what this looks like is us connecting with people face to face, learning what issues matter to them, and helping them understand that taking action on this issue can look like voting in the fall election. So we're mobilizing around student voting rights, mobilizing around immigration, and helping people understand that we can take our emotions and frustrations from reading these headlines into the ballot box and be able to vote for these candidates that we want to really represent our morals and values as young people in New Hampshire, to really have our voice shown and have those elected officials really represent us when it comes to that 2018 to 2020 timeframe. Yeah, we're volunteer-led as well, so right now we have 18 staff and fellows. Soon we'll expand on to 31 staff and fellows. And after that, along the way, we're going to be training people on mobilizing their teams, having volunteer teams, and people being real leaders when it comes to taking action on the issues that matter to them. That includes LGBTQ equality, raising the minimum wage, really like the issues that matter to millennials, and really hoping that people understand that we can turn the 2016 elections around to have really a 2018 midterm election that really represents the progressive values we know New Hampshire citizens have and residents.
Why does it matter?
Oh, so we know it matters for young people to vote because we saw it happen in 2016. So in 2016, we had a Senate race between sitting Senator Kelly Ayotte and our, at that time, Governor Maggie Hassan, who then is now our senator. That vote was very close, within 2,000 votes. And we know that when we talk to youth and we really help them understand why it's important to take action through voting, that they can swing elections and they can swing votes, so that we have the representation that we need when we're trying to hold our checks and balances when it comes to the state versus federal levels.
How can people join?
Yeah, so people can join if they text, it's in all capitals, Rising, to 82623, and that's how they can join. They'll type in their zip code, and then they'll be connected with the organizer in their area in New Hampshire, and we'll follow up with them to have them join us on one of our door knocking campuses, because we know that door knocking is where people are really answering and having these face-to-face conversations to learn what issues matter to New Hampshire folks.
And they'll probably get their door knocked on by me, so I'm hitting the students with my 3 fellows every weekend for the past 3 weeks. I'm going to be doing it through the rest of the summer, and we'll be at the Concord Market Days this weekend and Nashville Pride. So basically we'll be everywhere and anywhere that we think anybody's going to be, and you can get involved with us there in person.
Now you're working with student organizations on campus?
Yeah, so we're learning what organizations student clubs are already mobilizing around. So for example, up in Dartmouth, there's a private prison divestment organization that we've been learning what their missions are, how can we support that, can we help them with having more people attend their events and understand what their cause is. So we're here to really support and uplift these already existing organizing efforts that are on the local, regional levels within New Hampshire, while still keeping the broad focus of understanding that we need millennial folks in New Hampshire to vote.
Yeah, and right now what that's looking like, since school's out of session, obviously, and we're trying to start working with schools that maybe haven't gotten as much attention in the past, or don't have a huge political engagement on campus already. So we're trying to get in contact with new schools and really make sure that people who don't already see the value of their vote and their own political engagement have the opportunity to talk to us, because we want to make it really clear that all millennial votes matter, are important, and need to be heard from in order for anything to make a difference this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if people want to connect with us on Facebook, our organization name is called NextGen New Hampshire, where NextGen is all one word. People can match us directly there. We can also match people with our organizer in the area.
Yep. And we're all over Twitter.
Yes.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Little State Big Vote.
Yeah, and so our hashtag is Lil State Big Vote, LIL, and that's because while New Hampshire is small, so again we're part of a national organization where we're one of 11 states. New Hampshire is a small state, but we know it's a really mighty vote that we have, especially because what happens in these 2018 elections will be the precedent of what happens with 2020 and what happens with that presidential election and the next round of those 2-year terms that we have. So we're excited for this phase to be the first of a large phase of how we can really have the New Hampshire, the individual towns, and the United States that we know that we want, that we're just not exactly seeing for sure with who our elected officials are. Awesome. Thank you.